Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is 2 weeks worth of empties from March 12th to the 25th. And I have, this past month, I haven't been on social media very much, posting in groups and such like I usually do. I've been working a lot. I've been in the office more than usual, so I haven't been melting during the day, some days of the week. But I think for 2 weeks worth, I got through a lot. I have another video to film of this past week's empties, which I will do after this video, but I wanted to get this one done and talked about because there's a lot of really good blends in here that I am just passionate to talk about. So where do I start? First of all, I will say I have the washing machine on, so if you hear it, I'm sorry. It just, it's Saturday, it is what it is. It's real life in the overly abode. So that's what it's what's happening. I also want to talk about some wallflowers. Basically, how I review wallflowers, if it sucks or not, and if I would buy it again. So, spoiler alert, lots of suckage. So, we'll save that for last. Okay, first one. This is a chunk from 2021 from L3. This is Alexander Malcolm. This is Blue Sugar and Freshly Printed Books. If you watched my last L3 video I did a few days ago or last weekend, Books is an amazing oil. It's a single oil. It was just offered in the pre-order. I'm sure there's still some trigs on the website available unless they've sold out. I haven't been on the website to check. But basically this one, Books, is really strong. This one has lost some of its strength over the last couple of years just because, that's what wax does the older that it gets, in my opinion, at least with this blend here. The Books is very dominant in this. The Blue Sugar is there, but it takes, the Books mixes with this and it takes away that Blue Sugar quality that some of us don't really care for. I've seen out there, Blue Sugar is either, oh no, or I love Blue Sugar. There really doesn't seem to be a happy medium, I guess, in that regard. To me, this is just a very unique scent. This is one you kind of have to smell on your own to kind of get the full scope of it and if you're going to like it. But a good starting point is if you like Books, that oil, you'll like this blend. Pretty sure you will. Okay, next is Rose Girls Slurp. Now, if you watch me, since January, I've been working on Rose Girls. I'm also working on Sassy Girl Aroma. I just chopped up some wax today to replenish my melting tote for April. And I know I've said I was going to do chop and chats on my channel. The overhead mechanism, I'm still working on trying to film it right because I don't really have a good place. The one I bought, I kind of wanted to go down a little bit more, so I'm still working on that, and I do want to bring that content to my channel because I really like that interaction, so stay tuned for that. But I did chop up some fresh stuff today. I got some new brittles out from my Sassy Girl stash. I got some mini muffins out. I chopped up some teddy bees. I love teddy bees. Her pre-order is shipping starting this week, I think. I grabbed some more bougie bars from L3, some Dessa's. Dessa had her pre-order today. Congrats if you grabbed some stuff. I did. I didn't need to, but I did. I didn't do any the little bit mini bars and the big bars. I didn't, or the loaves, I should say. I didn't do any create your owns. I just got 2 big bars of... one of them, you can guess, Pirate Voyage, because I love Pirate Voyage. And the other one, I'll kind of keep it a secret for when, we get our stuff in May. So, what else did I do? I chopped up some swanky stuff, and I got some more chunks from L3. And I think I pretty much have all the chunks chopped up that are old. So, yesterday is ready to ship from L3 if you participated in it. Actually, no, that's not the ready to ship. That was the pre-order. The pre-order had a ton of chunks on there. Lots of lemon curd blends, lots of Baccarat Rouge 540, and just a lot of yummy goodness. So I replenished my chunks, so we'll be getting them in 6 weeks or so. But the next one, Slurp. I'm still working on Rose Girl. That's what the point of my spiel was. But Slurp is Fruit Loops, sugar milk, and I think there's one more note to it, and I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry. But basically, if you like Fruit Loops, you'll like Slurp. And I know that Jenny and Kathy, Jenny's mom, does Slurp in different varieties. There's strawberry Slurp, blackberry Slurp, and I think there's one more that I can remember, but maybe there's several. I haven't been watching. I haven't been watching Rose Girls very closely just because I have so much of it, guys. I'm really not bringing more in. I need to get a bigger dent made in my collection before I feel comfortable buying Rose Girls again. Just a personal protection mechanism, I guess, from getting overloaded more than I already am. But Slurp, this was great. My husband likes Fruit Loop stuff, so I do buy it from time to time, just to melt it when he's home, because it is a great fruit blend. It doesn't have too much crazy cereal aspect to it. It's more sugar and fruit, but I really like it. If you like your cereal stuff, give Slurp a try. Next, this was a custom from the Melted Mousse of mine. Not really a custom, but when Jackie has changed her business structure to not necessarily be a vendor anymore, just because of her full-time job. She's doing it more as a hobby and you know, pouring different things from time to time and such. She has a Melted Mousse Friends and Family or Melted Mousse Friends group or something on Facebook, and her website is now defunct. But back in May of last year, this was What the Carb. This is one of her house blends. This is cake, donuts, and bread. If it's a carb, it's in here. This is a really great blend. I melted this all by itself. I didn't blend it with anything, but it is an incredible blender. It's a really nice, rich, carb, bready, bakery situation. And what I really liked about the detail that Jackie did, the molds that she used, there were little donuts in here, like the little, you know, the little Hostess donuts you can get, like that size. And she has little pieces of bread mold, like a mold for little pieces of bread, because I could see the details, the crust around. And I showed my husband, I said, look how cute this is. I don't even want to use it, but I need to because it's coming up on a year. So I did finish this up. It is great. I would buy it again if I had the opportunity. It's a good one. It really is. Next, Poppy might be in here. I thought I heard her caller. Not sure. She is kicked out of filming time because she just gets into too much shit when I'm filming. She's jealous that I'm not talking to her. So but you know, hopefully Poppy can be on camera at some other point. We are going to be getting another cat, hopefully sometime this year. But not any time like in the immediate future, but we do want to get another cat. Poppy needs a sister. I'm thinking maybe about a boy cat, but I'm probably going to get a girl because I don't want to tell you what I want to do. I've told a few people, but I want, it's corny and cheesy and it requires Instagram. We'll just say that. But next one is cherry pie crust brown sugar. This was when Trish does Senspirational Sundays, where she says, tell me what you would blend with this. And this was the brown sugar week. I like cherry. I like cherry pie scents. I'm not afraid of cherry. This was fantastic. Very, very strong. I didn't really get too much of the brown sugar. That's just, of course, an extra bit of sweetness. But the pie crust is there. I saw somebody say in a group, pie crust, and I'm pretty sure it was L3, just because of Pie Day being a couple of weeks ago and having all those delicious pie blends that were poured, that pie dough smells kind of Play-Doh-y to them. And I don't get that, but I love the smell of Play-Doh, so even if it did, I don't know if I would super complain. But to me, pie crust smells just like it should. It's got that little bit of yeast, not really, I shouldn't say yeastiness to it, but if you ever have used a Pillsbury ready-made crust that you roll out, you know, in, you know, not Halloween, but Thanksgiving time for making pumpkin pies and such, or, you know, whatever pie you make throughout the year. It kind of has a little bit of that saltiness to it, which I can understand where they're getting Play-Doh from, because Play-Doh does smell salty. But the cherry is just perfect in this. I melted this whole entire this is a bougie bar, 7 pieces in here within a few days. I love it. I'm blowing through the bougie bars I have just because I have a lot of them in my collection. Same with puppy packs, but I kind of am working on the puppy packs too at the same time, and I also worked on puppy packs late last year too. Next is Rose Girls Don't Have a Cow. This was her 90s, I think her 90s inspired pre-order from last summer. This is banana strawberry birthday cake, marshmallow smoothie, and then Cookie Land, which is butterscotch toffee pretzels, cookies, and confetti cake. And I love Cookie Land. I try just about any blend that has Cookie Land as a component. I really like this one. You have to like banana cream pie to like this blend. I did not get any, my nose couldn't smell the toffee pretzels alone and the cookies alone, the funfetti cake or the cake. I smelled banana and Cookie Land, which I'm not complaining. I just could use a little bit more strawberry in this blend. I really would like that. But this one, I would buy this again. That's a repurchase. Next is Swanky Tobacco Leaves. This past pre-order with Swanky, I wasn't going to order, but I got some body products, and I love tobacco. I love the smell of tobacco. And I'm not talking cigarettes. I'm not talking lit cigarettes. I'm not talking about anything but tobacco. Kind of like cigars. Cigars have a sweetness to it. Cigars smell more, I'm talking like Cuban cigars, you know, the normal, the mob movies, or Winston Churchill's long cigar. You know what I'm talking about. That sweet, cut, fresh tobacco. Jeannie offered so many tobacco blends last time. I grabbed a couple in the bakery bags, and I grabbed a couple of loaves. Just all tobacco blends, because I love tobacco. Finding a really good tobacco oil is pretty tough, because sometimes they can have too much smoke added to it, or it's not sweet enough. It can be kind of missing something, in my opinion. Tobacco Leaves, I got this as a sample. This was the pre-order when I was back east in October, going to the Halloween party in the car with my dad. I didn't really know if I would have signal on my phone. I just flew through and only bought a handful of things. I did not even see Tobacco Leaves on that list, or I would have bought a loaf of it. I got this and I fell in love immediately. This is Tobacco Leaves, Amber, and Sandalwood. I believe that's what this is. When this comes back, I'm buying a loaf of this, depending on what shape she offers it in. But this is fantastic. It's sultry, it's sweet, it's sensual, it's just everything I'm looking for in a tobacco blend. So I really have high hopes for the tobacco blends that she's making right now, that I'm going to be getting whenever it ships. And I did buy Wednesday a loaf that I think is vanilla tobacco, vanilla pumpkin marshmallow, or tobacco, vanilla pumpkin firewood. And I just destashed it because it's a little bit too much vanilla in there for me. I wish it had a little bit more of either the pumpkin firewood component or the actual tobacco. It was a little bit too vanilla for me. And Wednesday is a beautiful fragrance. I was a little disappointed that my nose is picking up too much lavender. Not lavender, man. Vanilla, excuse me. But Tobacco Leaves is a really great one. I hope it comes back at some point. Dessa's. This was offered today in her pre-order. This is fresh bread and jam. This is crusty bread and strawberry jam. Now, you can smell the crusty bread in this baby. You really can. That is the first thing that pops out to me when this gets warmed up and those oils are doing its thing. That crustiness from the bread is just, hello, fresh bakery, yummy. And then that strawberry jam just comes right in and gives just enough sweetness. It really is like you buttered a fresh, warm piece of bread, and that jam is just melting a little bit and releasing its sweet aroma. This is a fantastic one. I grabbed another breakaway bar, but this one kind of is large. It's large quantity worthy. This is one of her most famous ones. I think it'll be offered every pre-order just because it's one of her best sellers. This is fantastic. If you grabbed it today and you haven't tried it before, I really hope you like it just like most of us do. Okay, next is another chunk from L3. This is berry creme brulee, animal crackers, and blue cotton candy. This one was really interesting to me because I didn't really get too much animal cookie, animal cracker in this mix. To me, L3's oil of animal crackers is very, very light. I don't get too much from it. It doesn't do a lot for me. I kind of have been using what I have in the Trig Tarts as blenders just because I need a little bit more than just a simple vanilla sweetness wax. So when this warmed up, I got the creaminess from the creme brulee. I wonder if this creme brulee oil is one of the oils that's used in buttermilk pie, because it kind of had that same creaminess, that thick custard richness that creme brulee is. And I got berry. I didn't really get too much cotton candy from this, thank goodness, because sometimes I don't want cotton candy. It's a little bit too sweet for me, but this berry was really good. This was basically berry creme brulee. I melted this chunk exclusively downstairs in my open concept in my kitchen area, living room, dining room, kind of thing. This, I would buy that again. I don't even know, honestly. This I think I bought, when I was new to L3 in early 2021, I bought a mystery box or a mystery chunk box or something like that, and this was in it. And I have one more chunk I just chopped up today, Goodnight Moon, which is pink sugar, pink chiffon, pink frosted cake, and lavender. I think that's what's in her Goodnight Moon. A couple other vendors have a Goodnight Moon, but I believe that's what L3's is. And all of my chunks will be pretty much used up, and I'm happy about that because I got some chunks in the pre-order. Okay, another chunk of the same time frame. I've been working on old wax too. This is Edible Undies. This is Pink Sugar and Spin Cycle. Very strong, clean scent. This basically, honestly, is just Spin Cycle. I didn't get too much pink sugar from this one. So if you're one that doesn't like pink sugar, just like there are people that don't like blue sugar, pink sugar was not dominant on this at all. I didn't even pick it up just because Spin Cycle is such a strong baby. And it's a good laundry scent. I would buy that again. Next, this was a trig of zucchini bread. I mean, I don't really have to talk about this very much because you either like zucchini bread or you don't. This is an amazing one on its own, and it's fantastic as a blender with fruit, with coffee, with other bakery, with marshmallow. You can blend it with pumpkin pecan waffles. Yeah, the possibilities are endless with zucchini bread. I have a bee bar in zucchini bread. I have a loaf of zucchini bread. And that's all I have. I have enough for a while, I think. Okay, next. Oh, this was a custom. This was an L3 custom. I've had customs done twice by L3. Once was last spring, so maybe about a year ago, and then this past fall. I'm on the list again, and it'll be several months unless Jen decides to, you know, cut the list, because it's just open-ended. People just keep adding their name on it again and again, and I don't know when it's going to come to an end. But this was Bear's Breakfast. I had this made for my husband, this blend for my husband. Lemon curd, blueberry cobbler, and boysenberry jam. This was in a bakery bag. I have another custom here that I finished from around that time too, but it was in a white bakery bag that L3 customs come in, but I put it down in this bag just because those bakery bags sometimes can get a little tough to store when they get a little empty, so I just put it in this other bag. I liked this. This was a really good lemon curd blend. If I had this one to do over again, I would probably do blueberry cobbler, a blueberry muffin, maybe just plain blueberry instead of the boysenberry jam. I found after about an hour or so of this being warm, the boysenberry jam and the blueberry got kind of artificial smelling together. The lemon curd was still there and strong like always. Lemon curd is such a good oil anyways. It can be one melted alone too. I also could have added a little bit more of a bakery to this, kind of like a brown sugar pound cake, angel food cake, anything like that. It needed a little bit something extra, but this was strong, it threw well, and I'm glad that my vision came to life with this blend. So that was a great one. So I might as well talk about my other custom, Carb Coma. I think this one, honestly, this one was from the fall. My customs I had done in fall. This is cornbread, or maybe not. Maybe it was spring. I don't remember. Regardless, it's a custom from last year. Cornbread, honey buttered rolls, and blackberry jam. Honey buttered rolls is such a sleeper scent. It's not used enough, in my opinion. It's such a good one. And I know Christy feels the same way. I think Christy does. Honey buttered rolls. L3's cornbread oil is fantastic. It is just, it's a little grainy, but it has that bakery aspect to it, that sweet, it's traditional cornbread. The honey buttered rolls is kind of like Texas Roadhouse honey rolls. They're fantastic. And I added blackberry jam. I was gonna do strawberry jam, but I have a lot of strawberry blends and I thought I would be different. I'm so glad I picked blackberry because this was strong. It threw well. I posted in the group a couple times about this one and I would buy this again. Absolutely. Fantastic job on this one. I like blackberry jam. Okay, this is 2 weeks worth, so my video is going to be a little longer. Dessa's, this is a sample from Dessa's Pineapple Frozen Whip. This was on the pre-order today. This is her Dole Whip. This is basically pineapple and vanilla ice cream, I think. This, I put this in my master bathroom just a few, no, this was a couple of weeks ago, so I have another sample of Dessa's that I put in my bathroom just a few days ago, so I was getting confused with that. This is strong. You have to like pineapple in order to like this, of course. I know pineapple's weird with some people. It's perfect for this time of year. You know, we're getting into the days, they're getting a little bit warmer, although here in Utah, it's snowing. It's a little warmer today, but the snow's coming. We got a winter warning on our phone, all that shit. I'm ready for spring. My husband is getting stir crazy. He wants to go golfing. I want to go golfing with him. We want to make some summer plans, all those fun things. This one is good. If you grab this today in the Dessa pre-order and you haven't had it, you should love it if you like pineapple. It's strong. It's a good performer. Next, this was a bunt from the Christmas sampler from L3. I think the end of 2021. Cookies Under the Tree. I love this one. I have this in several, maybe I have it in at least another 2-pack bunt, and I think I have it in a bougie bar or a gingerbread house, something like that. This is candy canes, Fraser fir, sugar cookies, and gingerbread. This is such a good gingerbread blend. It's balanced perfectly with that pine, with that candy cane. This, I like this. I could even melt this all year long. This is one. It's not too screamingly winter, in my opinion. Yes, it does have that gingerbread to it, which, you know, we think about with cold weather, fall, and especially Christmas time. But this one is one I will keep buying. It's one of my favorite gingerbread blends. Next is Koopa Claus Needs a Latte from Rose Girls. I've had several bags of this, and I even received a bag in a random act of kindness a couple of months ago. This is espresso, baked zucchini bread, royal sugar cookies, and Gilligan's Brew. This is basically Koopa Claus is coming to town without the coffee. That's why it needs a latte. If you like Koopa Claus, it's coming to town, and you also like coffee, and you haven't tried this blend, if Jenny does her Mario Melters this coming, late on this year, and you haven't tried this one, give it a try. It's strong. It's the perfect balance of coffee and bakery. The zucchini bread is creamy, but it's got just a little bit of spice to it, which is my preference. Jenny has really good zucchini bread oil, really good. The Gilligan's Brew, of course, is coconut milk and I think cream, which is just creamy goodness. And Royal Sugar Cookies, I'm sure, is Sugar Cookie Royale. And most of us know what that smells like. This is a great one. I will always buy that one. Green apple kolaches. This was a sample from L3. Kolaches is such a good oil. Unfortunately, I only smelled green apple in this, which I'm not complaining about because I really like green apple. Sometimes I prefer green apple over Mac apple because Mac apple is so damn strong and it just overtakes a lot of the blends it's in anymore. So I'm tapering back on how much Mac apple I'm melting throughout the year so I can really enjoy it in those colder fall moments. But this one, I'm glad I tried it. I've had a lot of her other kolache blends. Strawberry is my favorite. This one is not bad. If you like your apple, you'll like that one. It's got a little bit of bakery with it from the kolaches, but it's not as dominant as I would say the banana bread or the banana brown sugar kolaches or the strawberry kolaches. This is another chunk from L3. I told you I've been working on my chunks and my old wax. This is Aunt's Jam Filled Jelly Rolls. If you support L3 and you have for quite some time, you know that this is one of her best sellers and it seems to sell out every time it's offered. This is strawberry jam, whipped cream cheese, powdered sugar, and vanilla pound cake. Oh my, this is fantastic. I love this one. It's strong. It's strawberry jam heavy. It throws immediately as soon as you put it in the warmer. The cream cheese isn't too sour to me in this one. I'm weird with cheesecake blends and just straight cream cheese. Even cream cheese frosting can be a hair sour to me sometimes, but this one is not. I'm happy about that because I would be so sad because the strawberry is so good in this blend. This is one that I have Aunt's Jam Jelly Filled Rolls, Aunt's Jam Filled Jelly Rolls, and zucchini bread loaf. I have it in my house. I think it's downstairs in my storage. But see, I know I have it because it's a hot pink loaf and I love pink, and I thought, oh, this is so beautiful. I should go down and grab it and chop it up in my next batch of chopping in a few weeks. But this is a great one if you haven't tried it. I feel if you have been a supporter of L3 and you like strawberry, you've probably tried that at some point. Okay, next is a puppy pack, Pacific Woods Strawberry Pound Cake. Now, L3's Strawberry Pound Cake is specifically made for them. And I learned that when Jen and Trish did their L3 After Dark a few months ago, and they said that the Strawberry Pound Cake is made for them. It's not a single oil, because when Strawberry Pound Cake came onto the scene, you couldn't find it. And she wanted to dupe, to send a candle in to have it duped, she actually was able to do that. Getting the oil, I think, you could for a period of time, but it was so popular, inventors wanted to offer it, which I understand. I personally don't like the single oil. It's too light for me. I like it blended in with things. I'm the same way with Cupcakes at Tiffany's. Cupcakes at Tiffany's is strong for some people and weak for others, and I'm in the weak camp. I like, Cupcakes at Tiffany's blended with other things, just like my SPC. But this is good. You wouldn't think to blend such two opposites together, but this works. It does. And this one is a hard one to describe too. I know Danny really likes this one too, but it's got the freshness from the Pacific Woods, but it's got a little bit of mystery when you add that pumpkin. Sorry, it's getting late here, guys. When you add that strawberry pound cake in with it. So if you haven't tried this one's poured pretty frequently from what I can remember. So give this one a try if you haven't and you are interested. Okay. Pretty much have all my L3 ones talked about. 3 more here for L3. Brown sugar pound cake, strawberry banana. This was a request of mine last summer. I remember this. This was good. Strawberry banana with Brown sugar pound cake is an underrated one too. I was talking to Christy several times over the last few weeks, and we feel angel food cake, strawberry pound cake, Twinkies, all those ones that are so good are just so underused because I think a lot of people forget about them. They're not the ones that are in our face all the time. You know, like zucchini bread, strawberry pound cake, and even white cake, yellow cake, birthday cake, all those ones. This I liked because it gave just enough sweetness from the bakery part of brown sugar pound cake, and you got the banana and the strawberry together, and I was so happy. It was kind of like, you know, when you have strawberry banana yogurt and you can smell them both together. That's what this smelled like without the yogurt part, of course, you know. Just the fruit mixed with that brown sugar pound cake. This is fantastic. I really liked this one. And these are a couple of samples. Lady Whistledown, I don't know the notes for, and I'm sorry, I forgot to look that up before I started filming. This one, when they're little samples like this, and I haven't had them in a larger size, I kind of have a really hard time, you know, telling how it will work in my home and if I would buy more because you just get one little shot at it. So that one I'm not going to really comment on. Leanna's Lullaby. This is the dupe for the Johnson & Johnson Nighttime Baby bath, whatever it's called, the purple bottle at the stores. This is fantastic. I like this. I melt this in more in the summertime, honestly. I don't know why. It just is what it is, I guess. I have a loaf of this I'm working on, and it's actually not up here right now. It's down in my other storage. I moved about a month ago when my husband went to Vegas. I went crazy with my wax. 2 days, nothing but wax related stuff. And I moved stuff that I was working on, I was getting kind of tired of, and I didn't want to get rid of it. I moved it downstairs and I, you know, switched. Kind of like some people change their closets for the seasons. I did that with my wax. So, okay. I've also been working, not only, I mean, I have a lot of L3, so I always have a lot of L3 to talk about, but I have been working on Sassy Girl. I have a lot of Sassy Girl too, and I'm making myself use it because even though Julie's wax throws well for several years, I want to use up the older ones, and so most of these ones here that I finished are some of my ones from 2021 and even early 2022. Okay, first one, this is just plain zucchini bread. Her description is fresh from the oven zucchini bread. Now, this I bought in, this either says May or March or May of 2021. So he either just celebrated his 2-year anniversary or he's almost 2. So I shouldn't say anniversary, I should say birthday. I used it all up. I love Julie's zucchini bread. She has amazing, amazing zucchini bread blends. And I look at her list every pre-order, which is just about every Friday. And I can't buy all the time, but I really look at the zucchini bread blends because she's really talented at her blending with zucchini bread. In my opinion, at least. This is such a good one. I am out of this now. Next is Brandy's Pistachio. This one is from June of 21. Brandy's Pistachio. This is my favorite pistachio blend that Julie offers so far. There are some out there I haven't tried yet, but this is pistachio, zucchini bread, and birthday cake. This is such a beautiful, it's a beautiful pistachio blend. It's got enough of the birthday cake and the zucchini bread in there to kind of tone down the pistachio. Julie's pistachio, to my nose, is almond and creamy, especially blended with these two things. That birthday cake just cuts in there. After about 40 minutes or so, it creams down to just this beautiful almond bakery. And I want it to be a little bit stronger in the pistachio, but you know, it is what the oils are doing after that period of time. This is great. I have this in a loaf and I have one more brittle of this. I love that blend. Next, this is Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla. Now it's called the Godfather. You know, Julie had to rename a lot of her dupes and such, so this is the Godfather. This is Tom Ford. Tobacco leaf, ginger, spice, tonka bean, cocoa, and fruity accord. This is the spot-on dupe for Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. This is amazing, and this is 2 years old, March 21. I finished this up. This lasts for 2 days. This is so strong and it's fantastic. I messaged Julie yesterday and I asked her, do you still pour the Godfather in wax? Because I know she offers it in perfume and cologne. And she said, yes, she does. She had it a few times ago. And I really wasn't looking for it. But now that I finished this up, I'm ready to buy more, because since I use this, I've been thinking about it more. I've had this brittle for 2 years and I used half of it, and then the other half I was saving for a rainy day, I guess. So I cut it out. You know, I said, why are you waiting to use this, Ashley? Just use it up and enjoy it. So I did, and I want more now. This is fantastic. If you haven't tried this, it's smoky, it's tobacco, it's got tonka bean. I love things with tonka bean in it. I don't know why. Even body care. It's just great. I'm going to be buying more soon. If it's offered soon, I should say. Strawberry jam filled Twinkies. This is now known as strawberry sponge cake, I think. Yeah, strawberry sponge cake. She had to change it because of Twinkies. This is strawberry jam with Twinkies and vanilla cream. This is good. It's not super crazy strong. It's a moderate throw to me, but it does have that nice blend of cream, strawberry, and Twinkies. I love this. It's so good. She pours it quite a bit too. Coming down to the end of wax here. Now, this is Teddy Bees. This is part of her Game of Thrones line. Now, I might be butchering this name, because I will tell you, I'm probably the last person on earth. Marty and I are the last 2 people that have never seen Game of Thrones. It's on our list, but let me tell you something. My husband is the toughest person to get him to sit down and commit to a TV show. And I don't know why. It drives me crazy. I had to watch Yellowstone all over again because he didn't want to watch it with me when Yellowstone premiered, what was it, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But it's okay because I love Yellowstone. And this is Khaleesi. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. I am ignorant. I don't know any better. This is Palo Santo, tonka bean, oud, warm vanilla sugar, and fireside. This was mysterious, smoky, sultry. It's got that earthiness to it. I loved this. It isn't crazy strong to my nose. It was just enough to let you know that there's something mysterious going on in the air. I would buy this again, absolutely. I like the souffles from Teddy Bees just because I can get quite a few melts out of one, and I can try more blends. But of course, there are some things from Teddy Bees that I love, like Would Just Be Crazy is my favorite thing I've smelled in all of wax. I've said that several times. And when I get my pre-order from January, it's going to be a big one. So stay tuned for that video if you want to watch my Teddy Bees haul. Okay, last piece of wax before I move on to Wallflowers. This is Glitterati. This is from September of 21. This is cherry slush and coconut candy. Coconut candy, man, Ashley. Cotton candy. It is, it's Saturday, so it's my day off. I'm usually not this, making this many mistakes, but hey, try sitting and doing dialogue for X number of minutes without a script and just winging it. And hey, I'm doing the best I can. At least I laugh at myself and I have so much fun doing these videos. So thank you all so much for supporting me and commenting. And I know it takes me a while to comment back, but I see them whenever they're posted and I appreciate all the love so much. And I really have so much fun talking to all of you guys. And you know, I'm so happy that I can help you guys with wax suggestions, blend ideas, and just, you know, share the passion we have for home fragrance together. So anyways, this is cherry slush, kind of like from the convenience stores, 7-Eleven, you know, other ones. The cherry icy, the cherry slush, mixed with a little bit of cotton candy. I really like Janine's cotton candy because it's not in your face strong. Cotton candy is too sweet for me sometimes. So I tend to only have it if it's blended in with 2 or 3 other notes, just because I know it's not going to be a straight cotton candy blend. But this one is good. I really liked it, and I like her cherry slush. Okay, on to the Wallflowers. Basically, I'll tell you if it sucks, if I would buy it again, all those things. No particular order. Pumpkin Snickerdoodle. I'm pretty sure this one is right next to me in the wall in the plug. Notes of this are warm sugar cookies, ground cinnamon, fresh nutmeg, sprinkled with sugar. This is a 1.5 out of 10. El Succo would not buy again. Even though it says enhanced fragrance there, it is not enhanced. It sucks. Next, The Perfect Christmas. This one's a few years old. This is fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, toasted marshmallow. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, Christmas scents from Bath & Body Works. My other one is 'Tis the Season, of course. I love 'Tis the Season. This sucks too. This is down in my husband's bathroom downstairs. Cannot smell it. Worth a damn. This sucks. So a 1. I'll give it a 1 out of 10. 0 for 2 here, baby. Okay, Merry Maple Bourbon. This was a new fragrance. This is sweet maple sugar, rich bourbon, aged cedarwood barrels. Sucked. Could not smell it. And a little bit I smelled like artificial garbage. If that even makes sense. It went right in the garbage. I didn't even get a chance to get past a day. It sucked bad. This is a negative. This is a negative out of a 10. And if Bath & Body Works watches, I don't care because they need to know that their wallflowers have tanked severely in quality, in fragrance performance, and everything. And I'm not buying from Bath & Body Works this year, especially not wallflowers. When I'm out of wallflowers, I'll see how long it takes to get through what I have left, and then I'll regroup and see how I feel about wallflowers at that time. But right now, I'm mad at them in the wallflower department, so I'm not buying anymore. Except this next one, Laundry Day. I will say the notes of this one: fresh air, crisp eucalyptus, and soft lavender. This is the best wallflower I have ever had from Bath & Body Works, and I've had hundreds and hundreds over the years. This is the best one. This is downstairs in my kitchen. I can smell it, and it's been there for weeks. This, pat yourself on the back, Bath & Body Works. This one you actually did right. The other one so far has been terrible. This is a good one. So there we are. One of 4. Eucalyptus Snowfall. This is enhanced fragrance. This is frozen eucalyptus, snowy spearmint, and winter lavender. I had this going in my office. This one wasn't bad. It was strong and mighty. I thought, oh man, I found another one I can hoard next this coming winter when they go on sale for $2.95 or whatever they're going to be this year. I liked this one, but it petered out around day 4, and I could just smell light eucalyptus. It wasn't strong by any means, so I'll give this a 4 because it tried, it just failed in terms of longevity. Next, Twisted Peppermint, enhanced fragrance. I try to only buy enhanced, but as we can see, they're not all enhanced, in my opinion. Cool peppermint, sugared snow, hint of musk, and vanilla buttercream. I have seen Twisted Peppermint have balsam listed in the notes, so maybe they've changed over the last couple of years. I liked it when it had balsam in it a little bit more because it was stronger. This I had going in our master bathroom, the bedroom, and this you could not smell. Twisted Peppermint is a strong one. This is a 2, and I gave it a 2 because the oil was pink, and I love pink. Yeah. Next is Comfort, vanilla and patchouli. This one's a few years old. This one is vanilla absolute, calms the mind to encourage relaxation. Patchouli oil creates a sense of harmony. It would calm my mind if I could smell it. This is another sucky one. Could not smell that one. Even up on top of it, hovering over the plug. I love Comfort. I love when they made it in hand cream and in the body line. I loved it because it was so comforting. I love patchouli. I love it mixed with vanilla. It's such a great calming fragrance. They're right. But the performance of that wallflower, it's just not good. Tiki Beach, enhanced fragrance. This is in the spare bathroom right now. This is warm vanilla musk, orchids, toasted coconut. I wish I could tell you more, Can't smell it. In a small space. No bueno. No bueno. I'm not even rating them anymore because it sucks. Okay. Spiced gingerbread. And, you know, I could just throw these tags in the garbage, but I need to talk about this because, you know, we help each other out. You know, that if you're getting bad performance from Wallflowers, we should talk about it. You know, why keep buying a product that does not perform and is not up to standards over and over again? We're just wasting our money. I would rather buy Glade, to tell you the truth. So, spiced gingerbread. This is vanilla icing, cinnamon sugar, and fresh ground nutmeg. This is a 5 out of a 10 because it was good. It was weak, but I could smell it in the air. It was good enough for what I needed it for at the time. So that one I wouldn't buy again though. Next, rainbow confetti. This is a few years old. This one is rainbow sprinkles, vanilla cake, buttercream frosting, and fruity cereal crunch. I have this one going. I have had one in this room where I am, and this one actually was down in my husband's bathroom. This one wasn't bad. It smells like weak Fruit Loops to me. So this is probably a 4 just because you could smell it and I did know what it was. And plus it's a little bathroom, so I hope you can smell it. That one, I don't even know if they make that anymore. And next is Marshmallow Fireside Enhanced Fragrance. This is the last one. This is toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, and roasted vanilla. This was in our master bedroom. 1 out of a 10. Could not smell it. Not even the sweet smokiness that this one, the candle performs better than this one. So this batch of Wallflowers is overall terrible. Terrible. But that's my video. This is 2 weeks worth of wax from March 12th to the 25th, I think. And I have this past week's empties to film. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and a good week next week. And I'll see you soon.